let's see. Have we got some? Okay. Evening. I think we're working. Looks like it. Give us a thumbs up or type in the comments or something if it's working okay. My background is going a bit funny here. I think that's okay. Let's just see. Let's just give it a second or two to make sure we're actually working. Is it me or is it very out of focus? It's very blurry on the there we are. That looks a little bit better. Let's try that. Right, evening. I think we're working. We're getting a bit of response. Good. So hope we're all well and had a jolly week and a weekend. Tonight, let's have a look what we've got finishing tonight. Evening pizza. Let's zoom out a notch on there so it can fit more on the screen. That's a little bit better. Right, finishing tonight we have 1, 2, 3 machines and some bits. So if anybody needs to know anything about these 3 machines in particular, obviously as they're ending at midnight, let me know. The sellers of these, all this stuff, I think you've probably all sold things before. If you haven't, I'll be around just after midnight if you're staying up anyway to see your stuff sell, as it were, see what offers you get in. So if there's any problems, just ping me a message. I'll be around. Evening Paul, just to check everything's honky-dory and you know what to do. But as I think all the sellers have sold before, so hopefully everyone knows what they're doing. So that's good. New stuff this week for those of you who haven't caught up in the week. I've listed, I think, getting over 100 new items this week. Lots of spares, lots of coins. So have a check for all that lot. There's Mills bits, Sega bits, MIDI Sega bits. I don't turn up very often. A load of Jennings parts, etc. So have a good look through. Sort of projects out. A few books, lots of coins and tokens. And then 7 new machines this week. 3 very nice bandits. 3 Allwins and a video game. Don't think we've had a video game for, well, not since on this new website anyway. I think that's the first one, so we'll see how that does. And then this week, this weekend rather, there's another couple of machines arrived yesterday, which I put up, or have I put up on the old Instagram. Let's have a look. I'll put one of them up. The Bellfruit Bandit, all chrome one, and there's another nice chrome bandit which is a aristocrat something or other, Kingsway I think it was. Anyway, I'll get a picture up in the next day or 2 of that. I've got these funky kind of what are supposed to be like space scooter things, I'm calling them, in which will go on when I do the fairground stuff in the coming days. I don't think they're off a corner. I think they're probably off a platform ride of some sort. They're kind of flat bottomed to bolt down onto whatever. But really quite a funky design. Loads of details, lots of little cast details and things on them. We'll probably sell them as a pair because I think they've both got bits missing, but between them I think you've got everything, if that makes sense. So you could either make one really good one and sell on the one with all the bits missing, or really it needs someone who can be bothered to you know, make the parts they're missing, make 2 complete ones. They're probably the only 2 there are. But they're really quite a funky thing. So yeah, they should be a bit of fun for somebody. And then there was, what else has turned up? There's more coins and tokens turned up. A few more spares and bits and bobs. Some other fairground signs. Another couple of advertising signs. I think there's a Coke sign and a big, nice big light up beer sign. It's still in limited at the moment because I couldn't get it in the truck with everything else. And I didn't want to risk damaging it, so. Evening Peter. Trouble getting in? Oh dear. Trouble getting in where? Trouble getting in from the pub? Trouble getting online? Hopefully nobody else has had too much trouble. Yeah, so that other stuff, again, I'll get a list, or much of it's possible later in the week. Tomorrow I'm tied up with other stuff, Monday. Then Tuesday onwards, I'm back on the case. All week, I think. So hopefully we'll get lots more stuff listed again. Nice to try and get another sort of 100 lots or something listed next week as well. Trouble logging in. Oh, right. Interesting. I was going to say something then, I've forgotten what it was. Yes, so if you want to come and visit this week to collect, drop off, view, etc., I think pretty much any day's okay. I say other than tomorrow, because I'm busy tomorrow. But the rest of the week should be fine. And bear in mind, obviously next weekend, Sunday, we're in Great Yarmouth for the Jolly. So Saturday will be fine, and Sunday, obviously, we'll be in Yarmouth. The details for that are on the cup of tea page. You need to be signed in to, if you're not signed in, you won't see the page, you won't see the little cup of tea icon. But the details are there. And there'll be tickets, which I'll do Tuesday or Wednesday or something, that you better sort of print off or whatever to show at the ticket booth at the Model Village, and then they'll let you in for free, and you can have a wander around the village, and then come and find us in the arcade. Peter Reef and pennies to play on the machines, etc. And have a good old chinwag. Cup of tea, grab yourself a cup of tea and lunch or something from the cafe, and yeah, it should be a jolly day, hopefully. And assuming we all like it, and you know, a few people have been in touch to say, yeah, great idea, but a bit too far to go to Yarmouth, which is fair enough if you're across Wales or, you know, up Blackpool Way or something. So we do intend to try and do some more other parts of the country. That's if Boris doesn't all lock us down first, of course, which looks highly likely at the moment, doesn't it? But anyway, don't get me started on that subject. So yeah, so we'll see you there Sunday, 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock sort of thing, something like that. Should be fun. I had earlier on, I haven't got into putting it up yet, but I've had details from Alan the Carrier. He's coming on probably Saturday, either Friday or Saturday this week, to drop off some stuff. I think there's another 2 machines coming, I think, or 3 machines coming with Alan, and pick up some stuff for some people as well. So if you've got anything to drop off or pick up, his number's on the help pages on the shipping bit. And he's also sent me now his kind of itinerary for the rest of this year, where he's going to be. So I will update that page possibly late tonight or in the next day or so with where he's going to be for the next few weeks. So I think he was back around here again in middle of December. But I know he's going down southeast. I know he's going down southwest a couple of times. Hopefully picking up some bits of me as well while he's there. He's doing Scotland and the north east twice, I think, before Christmas as well. So yeah, getting around quite a bit. So we'll put the itinerary up, and then if you've got stuff here you've bought and want to get it shipped out to you, give him a shout. And equally, if you've got stuff to come in as well. So there we are. There's that. What else have we got new this week that we need to talk about? Lots of spares and bits. Machine wise, yeah, these are all now up on videos with nice new shiny 4K video. I've been playing with my nice new toy. There we go. Lovely. Always buttons. Nice. Anyway, produce lovely, nice, sharp videos. So, yeah, the Bursting Cherry. You know, when we brought that one, I thought this is a very heavy machine, and when I took it to bits to film it, it's a cast iron one, which they don't actually turn up very often, the cast iron one. So, I did mean to put a note in the description. I haven't done it yet. So if you've got kind of the more common aluminium one, just bear in mind this is a rare cast iron one. If you you know, fancy upgrading one you've already got in your collection, yeah, nice machine. These 3 banners also come full of their respective coins. I think what are we on? Yeah. Yeah, the treasury's on nickels. So it comes with a load of nickels, and the castle front is on quarters. Mint vendor on it works nice as well, as you see from the little video. I just need the pump. The handle pump fitting is there. It's in the cash box. I will take a photograph of it, but it's not technical. But it works, as you'll see from the video. It works without it. It's just that if you pull the handle down and let go, the handle will fly back quite violently without the pump in it. So you'll probably see in the video I'm just holding the handle and it'll fly back, which I tend to do, as most collectors do anyway, as a matter of course, really, because if you collect machines, then you tend to respect them more than the average collector. Look at that. Jackpot. First time in video on all these machines I've hit a jackpot. It paid out as well. I think it's the first time I've hit a jackpot on a Bandit for 20 years probably. Since I was operating and, you know, playing Bandits in the arcades. Well, not playing, but obviously testing them as well. Operating, always playing the machines to make sure they're working okay. So, yeah, that was a pity I didn't have a wide shot on the camera at the time, so you could see the jackpot dropping in frame, but never mind, you heard it. So, yeah, that was quite amusing. Then we've got this nice 66 Ollie Wales 66. I'll put in a description here about the plate on the cash box door, because this is a really good condition machine. The backflash is really good. As good as you're ever going to find from an original backflash. So it kind of looks like often on cash box doors have been prized open with a screwdriver and all the wood been nadgered, and they stick a lump of metal on it to cover all that up. This one, as far as I can see, hasn't been. With the cash door open, the actual edge of the cabinet itself, you know, the long edge is absolutely perfect. If you sort of look at the end of the door where the lock's fitted in, that again is perfect condition. So I think the plate was fitted on to stop somebody being tempted to try and screwdriver it open or whatever. So whoever buys it and is probably going to want to strip and revarnish it, because it's, you know, quite old grubby varnish on it. I suspect you just want to lose that little lock plate. There'll be 4 little dinky little screw holes. Just fill those in and revarnish it, and as it without the plate on it, because it'll look a lot nicer. But yeah, it's remarkably tidy machine, that one. Instead, if I look at the way the chrome was worn right through on the handles and things, it's had a lot of use in its time. So to be in that good original condition, the amount of use it's obviously had is yeah, quite remarkable, really. So there's that one. And what else do we have in the little 5-win all-win? Little BMK machine. That's had a whole new playfield put in it. They seem to be really susceptible to woodworm, whatever plywood they used in those. It's obviously very, very tasty. I've got quite a few BMK machines, as some of you probably know. I collect them. And I've had to do the same on several of mine, replace it completely, the playfield plywood. Because it's just, you open the door, it's just a pile of dust, basically. So yeah, so new playfield plywood, new back plywood in the cabinet. The rest of it's all original parts. Yeah, works nicely, as you'll see in the video. I personally would have stained it darker, because the BM machines are always dark oak rather than a very light oak, like the Brian's machines are. But I guess it's down to personal preference, really. A sweet little machine. Wintermint, that's as it is, and one of the nostalgic machines. It's on 10p, locks, keys, works perfectly, ready to go. Stick it out and earn some money. And then the arcade cocktail table thing. This is actually not coin up, although I've listed under the coin up machines, but it's on permanent free play. There's 150 odd games in it. Which you'll see from the video. I did just scroll through them all. So obviously if you pause the picture, get rid of that. You can see all the different games that are in it. And you can see my extremely poor attempts at trying to play video games, which I never was any good at. But there we are. That's that. Next player is a 2-player. Quite good fun for your games from. So that, I think that was it. Have I talked about all the machines? I think so. The Treasury, very nice. It's a gold-plated cabinet. That was restored. So it's a very smart-looking thing. Yeah. So there you go. Some gold-plated nickels. Talking of gold-plated, everybody's got a machine that displays them maybe in a token vendor, or like in the front of a jackpot or something. They look quite shiny, so don't miss those if you've got a nickel machine. And then all that rest of that is all bits. Lots of bits and lots of coins and some locks. We need locks. So there we are. That's where we're at the minute. Let's go back to what's finishing tonight, which is these here. I'll have a mouthful of my tea. So there we are. Any questions from anybody? Anybody need to know anything about anything that's selling, or anything else come to that? Or anything about next weekend, Sunday in Great Yarmouth, then let me know. Stick a comment down below. Hopefully the weather will stay reasonably nice for us. Though we're indoors, so it doesn't really matter, I don't suppose, but it just makes for a nicer day, doesn't it, really, if it's dry. Yeah, we're not entirely sure if Roger's going to turn up with his box of springs, etc. apparently I think he's out on the Razzle on Saturday night, so depending what time he manages to get out of bed, we may see Roger with his spares on Sunday, or we may not. We'll have to see. But yeah, should be good. So yeah, so this week I've got, as I say, there's these another couple of bandits to list. Next weekend, next Saturday, I think there's 3 machines due in, coming in with the carrier, and some more spares and other bits and bobs. So I'd say tomorrow I'm tied up doing other stuff, so we're back on the case then Tuesday. Tuesday night we'll do the results thing. We're hopefully sort of back into schedule now, the usual schedule of videos and whatnot. Now I'll finish with telly for a little bit. And then, as I say, I'm hoping to get a whole load of stuff listed this week again. Because there's quite a bit here to go on. Get cracking on the fairground stuff that's piling up. I say there's scooter things in as well, and there's chairplane chairs, there's milk churn games, some big signs, some hoopla sections, which are great for displaying machines on, either at home or if you're an operator. We used to do it in our arcades. To get a nice curved hoopla panel, because of the curve they stand away slightly from the wall. So you put in a hoopla panel, a pair of uprights and a top bar or something, and they fit a couple of Allwins very nicely. And yeah, just kind of the right sort of height. So yeah, so there's those. What else is there out there? Couple of big signs, some whacker things, whacker. I think they're from a Frogger game or something. Whacker thing, and the whatever fires into the stall. A couple of those. I think there's a shooting gallery target box thing or two. What else is there? Very nice pay box, fabulous pay box. That's still over in the Elephant House at the minute. So I'll try and get that home in the next week or two when I've got space to put it up. Yeah. And then there's some more, actually, yeah, some more stuff arriving next week as well. There's quite a lot coming up, basically. Peter says, I think Jim is trying to come over to show people the back flashes he makes for me and any others. Ah, yeah, the nice, very nice Allwin back flashes. Yeah, that'll be good. Yep, I've seen them. They're really good. So that'd be, I've not met him yet, so that'd be nice. So any of you got Allwins that need new back flashes in, it'll be worth going to have a chat with him. Evening, David. Hello, Just. Hello, Just. Have you had problems logging in as well? Is it problems logging into YouTube people have been having difficulty with tonight? I don't know why. I got straight in. Did I give you a funny link or something? Don't think I did. What happens if I click on the link now? If I click on the link while I'm on YouTube. I'll try this. I have no idea what's going to happen. We might disappear. If we disappear, I'll be back shortly. What happens if I... No, that's right, isn't it? If I click that, I should... Oh, that's really weird. What happens if I... We're going to see a never-ending one of those things, aren't we? We'll do that again. Yeah, don't really want to do that, do we? Let's go back to here. Close that window off and go there. That's better. Get really confusing. Yes, I don't know how many people we're expecting at Yarmouth. I know a few people are going. So yeah, we'll see how many people turn up. But the wet weather causing problems with the net. Yeah, it is a bit soggy. It's been very soggy here today in Cambridge. I've been outside trying to rake up leaves. There's that many. Could hardly get in the back door. Those of you who've been here will know that we're surrounded by huge trees, kind of all the way around the property here. And when the leaves come down, there's a lot of leaves. So yeah, I've been doing that today, but when they're damp and soggy, it's not a particularly nice job. David just forgot. Well, there we are. What can we say? Must be your age. You're like me. Yeah, so hopefully Jim might bring a couple of his all-win backflashes for us to see. I'm sure there's probably some machines in Peter's Arcade with them in as well, so you can see him in action, as it were. But yeah, that'd be good. While we're looking at this page, I don't know, it's because I just did something strange, didn't I? There we are. Let's go back to what's finishing tonight. So anybody who's got any last minute questions on these, well, obviously on the machines in particular. The Black Cherry, the Continental, or the 3-ball forks. Then let me know. Don't forget they finish at midnight, so get your offers in, or if you already have done, then tweak it a bit. If you can rummage down the back of the sofa and find an extra £5 or something, you never know, that extra £5 can make all the difference. David says he's got pants older than me. There we go. I think I've probably got pants older than me as well. Where are we? Yeah, I say books. We've got a couple of books and we've not had him before, which haven't got here now. They're in the other room. But they're both quite good books, actually. I haven't done yet, but I'll try and remember to do a quick flick through like I've done the other books, just to show you roughly what's inside them. But this one, The Collector's Treasury of Antique Slot Machines from Contemporary Advertising, is basically copies of adverts out of American trade magazines and things. So that's quite interesting. And then the Mills one is lots of sort of old Mills literature all put together in a book. Yeah, whatever. Slot Machines, the Marshall Fay book. It's a very good book if you haven't got it. I think we might already have got a video of that one. I think I did that. Yeah, last time I did them. Yeah, it's a very good book if you haven't got this one, particularly for bandits. Lots of nice colour pictures. So that was those. What else do we need to look at? Advertising. There's no advertising at the minute. Oh, there's some coins and tokens on. Slide down a little bit. There we go. Pete says, I've arranged for an area undercover outside the tea room for us so we can be together and look at anything that might come along. Marvellous. yeah, who knows what might appear. Roger for a start. So yeah, I'll bring so I think I'll bring a camera along and just record a little bit of in the arcade and people, and if anybody wants to say hello to the other collectors that didn't turn up, and I'll cut all that together. Just do a little couple of minutes, little YouTubey thing, perhaps. It'd be good to put some names to faces for those who don't know each other, sort of thing. I'm sure you'd all bored to look at my face for a start. And then hopefully we'll do some more. I was hoping Peter was going to say he'd finished the Bimbo box and we could all have the first go at Bimbo, but I don't think it's quite finished yet. I think the monkeys are still in Scotland on holiday, as far as I know. I'm sure Peter will fill us in a minute. Oh, look, my drink's all weird. It's not even green. I mean, if I've had a green drink, oh no, it'll probably disappear. Paul says he's hoping to bring along a couple of homemade pushers, a bit behind on them, but should be done. Oh, excellent. That'd be good to see. Yeah, remember some weeks ago I said about, it was when we had the, what do we call it, pusher in? Pusher. What we're looking for? Coin pushers. Pushers. What do we sell? Easy push. Yeah, this one here, which made 757. I said, wouldn't it be a good idea if somebody got around to making some new again? And there we are. So, Paul's been on the case making some. Yes, that'd be good to see. It says, yes, this is really the Bimbo's. Cabinet is finished, the sound is done, but the monkeys are still at the House of Automata. There you go, the monkeys are still on holiday. So, but hopefully, where are we, Bimbo? There we go. So it's all looking lovely and spiffing. I've seen pictures of it, of the case, all done. Looking very smart, and yeah, the monkeys will be back soon. So that'd be good to see. You might have to wait till the next Great Yarmouth shindig to see Bimbo's back in one piece. But never mind. Magic Roundabout. There's a Magic Roundabout coming this way soon. Oops. Yeah. So if you're looking for a Magic Roundabout machine, keep your eyes peeled. Hopefully it might be here before Christmas. Not sure yet. Working on that one. Oops. Peter's managed to buy a very rare Brian's Penny-Go-Round. Could bring out if anyone would like to see one in the flesh. Yeah, a long time since I've seen one of those. The last one I saw was one I sold back in, gosh, a long time ago. I think it was back in the Huntington days. I don't think we've got one listed on, pictures on here, have we? Penny-Go-Round. No, haven't even got a picture of one up. No prices. The last one I sold was back in Huntington Racecourse. I remember selling it. Can't remember who to or how much for. It's one of those, it'll be all in my old price results when I get round to it, which will be maybe a job for long winter evenings. All those old Huntington auctions, and the ones that were just down here, for those of you who remember, in the good old days at Cherry Hinton School and the village hall up the road here, where we started off nearly 30 years ago. I think it is 30 years ago, isn't it? Gosh, that's worrying. Actually feel old. Anyway, I have got all of those auction results. I think I've got every single one of them. But they are all on old, literally on the old auction sheets. So I've got to spend the time going through the auction sheets, typing it all in, finding the catalogues. I've got all the auction catalogues as well, and so cross-referencing which was what. So that'll be a fun job. Keep me busy for a good few weeks, I dare say, at some point. But there's a lot of information there, so I think it'll be interesting to see. Paul says thinks it was at Evesham that I sold that. Oh, the Penny-Go-Round. Oh, maybe it was. I think I have sold 2 over the years. So I was trying to remember, I was talking to Peter about it, if I'd sold John Carter's one. He had one many years ago. And we were half speculating if that might be the one that Peter's ended up buying, because we kind of know the route of where that one come from. And that might have been John Carter's one, or if I sold John's, I honestly can't remember if I did or not. Now, again, looking back in Where's Auction Records to see what we sold and when. But I don't think I'll have where the stuff come from anymore, because that was obviously on all the old auction entry forms, which got thrown away many years ago. I haven't got those anymore, but I've got the actual auction sheets. But they don't normally have who the seller is on them, just the buyer's number. So what you say, Penny-Go-Round, £500 or whatever it was to buy number 123 or something. So now what we sold, how much we sold it for, and when, but not necessarily who to or where it come from. But they're a rare machine. They're quite a good machine, actually. They're quite an interesting thing. But yeah, you don't see many of them about. Peter said the Evesham one came from a barn find, very wormy. Yeah, that was a very rough one. I do remember the rough one. But I sold a good one, or better one, which I'm pretty sure must have been at Huntington at the racecourse when I used to do the sales there. But can't remember where that came from. I wonder if that came from that batch of stuff that came in from Ireland. There was a good batch of stuff we sold at Huntington over the course of 2 or 3 years probably, across several sales, and quite a lot of big arcade stuff, including Orange Racers, Essex Footballer, which I bought for my collection, and some other big chunks. It might come with that lot. That lot all come out from Ireland originally. Can't remember. A long time ago. Yeah, the Evesham stuff, I've probably got photographs somewhere. The trouble with all that stuff, when I did the way the catalogues were done then, I literally, in the old days of proper cameras, you know, took the photograph, took the roll of foam to Boots, got your 36 photographs back, and I cut them out with a pair of scissors, and stick them all on a bit of paper, take them down to the printers for them to copy. And so those photographs I don't have, as it were, because they just got used up. So there might be a photograph in the actual auction catalogue itself, but a lot of the stuff from that time I haven't got any photographs of that we sold, unfortunately. It's a bit like if you look in the, I've got quite a lot on how other people have got the things like the Sotheby's catalogues from the 70s and early 80s. When machines would turn up in their mechanical music sales and whatnot, there's often, might be 20 machines listed and there'll be perhaps 2 photographs. The rest of it is just going on descriptions. Because that was just the way things were then. You didn't get photographs of everything in the auction catalogues. So yeah, it's still interesting information though. Those were the days, yeah. The amount of rare machines you sold, where did they all go? It's a good question because a lot of them I've never seen again. But they must all be somewhere. And yeah. I guess a lot of those collectors have departed this world, as it were. I think, as I say, we're going back 30 years ago when I started doing the auctions, and you know, the customers then, which were in their 60s, chances are probably aren't around any longer. So what has happened to those collections, who knows? They've been, you know, if kids or whatever have inherited them and are cherishing the machines, or if they're still just languishing in the garage somewhere, if they were in the house clearance, don't know. No, there's some nice stuff that I sold that I'd would like to track down again. It comes around eventually, I guess. But yeah, literally thousands and thousands of machines. I think the biggest auctions at Huntingdon we sold. I mean, I think the auctions at the Elephant House, sort of every month, we'd sell probably 300 or so lots, and of those machines, average was probably about 30 or so machines, 30 to 40 machines a month, unless it was like if we sold someone's collection off. But on the general monthly sale was usually sort of 30 to 40 actual machines. But Huntingdon, the big sort of November auction, which was always a big one, we had like 300 machines sometimes. So a lot of stuff went through those sales. It says the large arcade stuff seems to have vanished. Yeah, well, some in my shed and some in your shed. But it is, I mean, a lot went to America, unfortunately. They had a bit of a buying streak on all our big arcade stuff. Especially the really nice stuff like the Aran stuff, a lot of that went to the States. Just because it was so much cheaper than their arcade stuff, you know, when you could buy big arcade machines over here for £5 say. And you look at the equivalent in America, which was probably 50,000. Our stuff was so relatively cheap. So yeah, a lot of it went out there. A few bits have come back. I bought, what did I buy in New York? I bought the Human Analyst. Brought that back. It's quite a rare machine. I think Clive's got one somewhere. Don't know where it is. This is sold out to America. But I think there's only like 2 or 3 of them known. Great machine. Have I bought anything big back from America? Don't know if I have. Southern Walden sold a lot, a couple of times a year. Yeah, when what's his name? Alan Thingamy. His name will come to you in a minute. Yeah, but yeah, they got through quite a few as well, didn't they? A fair bit of that was Alan's own stuff that he was selling off over the years. He'd managed to accumulate. Then they had the big batch, all the stuff from the big arcade in Wells went there, didn't it? From What's Its Arcade. Goldsmith. Alan Goldsmith. Yeah, and they did some sales at Nebworth, for those of you old as me to remember. Was it Nebworth House? I think it was Nebworth, in a marquee. He did a lot of like rock and roll pop memorabilia and stuff, with records and you know, posters and all that kind of thing. Which those sales were a bit better because he did those with Stephen Roberts, the auctioneer, very good auctioneer. The problem with South Walden auctions is I think they had the slowest, the most boring auctioneer in the land. Can't remember the chap's name. Bloody hell was he boring. Sort of 50 lots an hour, I think, and you just fell asleep listening to him. So yeah, they were not my favourite auctions. I just got bored. Move my camera a little bit. It's a bit. No, wrong way. Let's move it that way. There we are. I'm headbutting the thing. Yeah, there's a few sales went, and Phillips over in Knoll as well. They had a few, didn't they? But there again, it was sort of mechanical music stuff. They used to lump them with music boxes and gramophones and all that kind of gear. So yeah. Why am I looking at a blank penny around page? Oh, that's because we need a photograph. Yeah, so if Peter brings along his penny around at the weekend, I'll take a photograph of it, and then we'll have a photograph of the page for the page. Yay! Let's go back to what's ending. Dave says you put a penny around. Ah, there we are then. That'll be the one. Was that at Huntington? I think it must have been the one. Or was yours a really woodwormy one at Evesham? I think Dave's must have been the Huntington one. Yeah, so it wasn't with that Ireland Bachelor stuff that I was thinking of. I can't remember that chap's name. It's quite an old chap. He stumbled across a really nice batch of stuff. Dave's was good, yeah, I remember it. It was quite a nice one. Don't know who had that. Can't remember. So yeah, that's two somewhere I've sold in the past. There's Peter's one. He's just bought, which we haven't decided. It may or may not be the one John Carter used to own. Peter says, just had a text for Sunday. I'm going to have anything for sale. You never know. Interesting. So yeah, I don't know who else has got a penny around. I guess some of the hardcore Brian's collectors must have got one. But there's certainly not many of them around. So that'll be another good one to get on site. We'll have to have a grand unveiling. We'll have to, hopefully the Yarmouth thing will be okay. And then when the Bimbo monkeys come back from their holiday up in Scotland and the penny go round's all done and working, we'll have to have another jolly in Yarmouth. Or at Wroxham maybe. And then we can all play Peter's nice new rare machines. It'll be fun. We have a grand unveiling. Yeah, there we are. So we'll have those to look at. We'll have Paul's new little pushers. That'd be interesting to see. Hopefully he'll make one or two and we can stick them on the website and sell them. So I'm sure, well, looking at the interest, there was loads of interest in that little push them off machine. Whatever it was called, Easy Push. And there's still people wanting them, and I just can't find any that anybody want to sell. So I suspect you know, sort of reproduction one will do quite well actually. Dave, by the way, yes, I got your message. I'm doing banking stuff in the morning, so I'll sort that out for you and anybody else who needs any banking-y type things doing. I've got to go to the bank. My I think I busted the chip on my card. I tried to get some diesel the other day with it. It wouldn't work in the I'm going to show it down. Don't need to look at all my long number, did I? But the little chip thing in the card, I think, is bust because it wouldn't work in the petrol pump, and it won't work in the little gadget for doing the online banking thing either, which is a bit of a nuisance. So it's one of my jobs tomorrow. This hour, I'm busy tomorrow doing various things. One of the jobs is to go to the bank and sort that out. So I've got to actually go to the bank to do transfers, which is a bit of a nuisance. But never mind. Well, I'll wait for a new card to come, which should be here. Well, hopefully a new card will come tomorrow with a bit of luck. There we are. Right, any more for any more? Anybody need to know anything, especially about these things that are finishing tonight? Don't forget to get your offers in. And then say Tuesday night, I'll do the usual results, little results video, and there'll be some more new listings hopefully going on Tuesday. Whatever that machine was, this quite smart Belfruit actually, it's a very nice chrome on it. If you like a bit of chrome, it's quite a smart machine. And I think the other thing was a Kingsway, I think. There's an Aristocrat, or was it an Elite? Kingsway. No, not a Kingsway. I think it might be an Elite. Yes, it looks about right. One of those. With a double jackpot. And on 20p as well, so you can put it straight on site and operate it. So we've got somebody after one of those as well, look. It's good we found one of those. And the Belfruit, what's the Belfruit one called? It's one of these, isn't it? Type of things. I don't know what it's called actually. Yeah, one of those. So I'll get those on, photographed and videoed on Tuesday, is the plan for those. With some other bits, there's some coins, some tokens, a few more spares, there's a few other bits and bobs as well to come in. There's some more machines coming in on end of the week, Friday or Saturday, whenever Alan comes. And I think there's some coming midweek as well, possibly. I'm not sure what though. So just keep an eye out on all that lot. There's some more, again, machines I know coming probably in about 2 weeks' time, which is some restoration-y projects. So if you're looking for a nice project for the winter to keep you busy in the shed, hopefully there'll be something there for you as well. Mostly bandits, I think. Somebody said the other day we seem to have a lot of bandits, not so many war machines, but that's just how it goes. You know, I can only sell what comes in, obviously. So if you've got war machines to sell, get them into me and we can get them on the website. Peter's off, nighty night, past his bedtime. Dave says, are the castings on the Treasury chromed? No, they're gold plated. Did I not put on there? I think I did. Lovely example purchased from Frank Ziegman. Yeah, gold plated case. Yeah, it doesn't look terribly gold on the photograph, does it really? It's just the trick of the light, I think. But yeah, all in gold, plate. A little bit more gold on the video. Golden tinge on the video. Original strips, tin strips, fortune teller strips. A load of nickels with it. Clay, metal, good. We'll see in a minute. Yep, very nice machine. Cash box. Twin jackpot all works and everything. Proper back door, the little top bit. And an old, I think it's a, is it Bell Lock Co, whatever it's called, I think, the lock in it. An old lock anyway. Yeah, nice piece. Get it bought. Well, all nice, worth £3. It's very nice. There you've got the castle with the mint vendor on. And the black cherry, I don't, you might have missed earlier on, Dave, me saying the bursting cherry is a cast iron one, which explains why it was too heavy when I picked it up. I thought, that's too heavy. And when I took it to bits to video it, I thought, ah, yeah, it's a cast iron one. That'll be why. All cast iron, all the castings are cast iron. Proper ones, all nice crisp ones. Are the castings original? On the Treasury, as far as I can see, they look very nice and sharp to me, yeah. It's one of those without having one right next to it to compare to. But it all looks good to me, I have to say. They're all nice and crisp. All lettering's good. Blow that up a bit. Oops. Right button. There we go. Blowing too far. It's a high resolution photograph, really, but so it should better on that one. Possibly. Again, if you look at the video, which is now in lovely 4K, if you watch the video on a big screen, watch it on your telly rather than on a iPad or something with a small screen, watch it on a big screen, watch it full screen, and pause the video, you should be able to get some pretty good views of it. I can't really show you one here because if I try and blow it up, it will, you only get so big on this little screen. What am I trying to do? Close. Yeah, and if you on YouTube, I'm sure you know, but if you don't know, underneath the bottom, under where are we? On here somewhere. There's a little settings thing. The YouTube settings. You can set the resolution. If you crank that up to 4K, then you'll get the full benefit of my very expensive new camera. To hopefully give you a nice sharp view of stuff. Or of course, come and have a look. Come and have a day out in sunny Cambridge. Bring some bits to sell with you. Have a cup of tea. And have a look at these lovely machines. That sounds like a good idea. I'm sure you must have got something for sale. Or make a weekend of it. You come here Saturday and go to Yarmouth on Sunday. There you go. Full of bright ideas, me, aren't I? All right, anybody else need to know anything? Are we going to call it a night? What's the time? 9:15. I think people are drifting off, getting bored. Let's just pop back on the things that are selling tonight. Here we go. So hopefully from now on, from next week, is there much next week or the week after, whenever it is, there'll be a lot more finishing each Sunday. So there's a lot more stuff getting listed. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have sort of a regular, well, 100 lots a week would be nice, wouldn't it? Because that'd be like where we were at the auctions at sort of 300 or so a month. If we could do, well, you know, 70 or 80 a week or something. It's a good target to aim at, I think. But as I say, then I can only sell what comes in, can't I? So there we are. Right, I think people are just about drifting off. So if anybody needs to know anything else, stick a comment below in the next minute or two. Dave's just found the YouTube setting. Well done. Is it down here? I think it's down here, isn't it? I haven't got a, because the thing I look at is different from what you see. If I try and watch too many YouTube things all at the same time, it all goes a bit weird. But yeah, there's a resolution setting somewhere. A little cogwheel thing underneath the window here. I think it might depend what you're viewing it on as well. If you does it work on phones? I'm not sure. But for the older videos, they will go up to HD 1080p. And then the new ones that have got the little 4K symbol on them will go 4K, which is 2160p. So yeah, crank them up to full resolution, watch them on a big screen, and you'll go, ooh, that's nice and sharp. I can see all the detail at last. Maybe that's not a good thing. 1080p, yeah, so that's HD, full HD. Like these live streams only go up to 720. Oh, I might go up to 1080. I'm not sure. So if I try and go too high resolution on live streams, it just all goes stuttery because the internet connection isn't fast enough to do it. But the recorded video is a different matter, of course. I should probably put an instructional video up somewhere for people who don't know. It's all new, half of it's new to me. Yeah, good stuff. So I think that's probably it for this evening by the looks of things. So, unless there's any more questions come in shortly. So good luck if you're buying and or selling tonight. as I say, I'll be around after midnight till about 12:30 or so. So if you are one of the sellers and you're staying up, as most of you tend to do, you have any problem with needing to know what to do, ping me a message. But it's pretty straightforward. A quick refresher, all you need to do is go on your selling pages, which is the little gavel. And whereas at the moment, if you've got stuff listed, it will be on the live tab. It then moves on to the cogitate tab. And there'll be a little picture of the item you've sold, the highest offer we've got for it, so £500 or whatever, and then 2 buttons, but the buttons are faded out and they're accept or reject. And next to the buttons there's 2 little circles in blue, and a little thing that says click the little dot to activate the buttons. So you have to click the dot first, then the button will kind of light up, either accept or reject, whichever one you choose. It's a safety measure so you don't accidentally hit the button, especially if you're using an iPad and you're scrolling up and down. It's easy to click a button sometimes, and when you hit the button, that's it, the deal's done. So it's just an extra safety to make sure you really want to press that button. So click the little dot next to the accept or reject button, then click the accept or reject button. Then this page will refresh and that item will disappear from the page. And if you've got any other, if you're selling more than one item, obviously you just do it for each thing. And your sold stuff appears on the sold page, your unsold appears on the unsold page. Unsurprisingly, it's not exactly rocket science. Your balance, your little piggy bank up the top here will light up in green to say you've sold something. Obviously it takes a day or two for us to actually get the money in. And that's it, that's all you have to do, job done. But as I say, any problems, just click on the little message icon, send us a message, and I'll check them just after midnight, just in case anyone's having an issue. And we'll catch up then on Tuesday night with some new listings and the results of these few bits that we're selling tonight. And then in the week, I'll do any more videos in the week. Possibly, I'll see if there's anything exciting to report. Yeah, so there we are. So I think that's it. I think that's an over and out from me. I'll just stick a little note in here. Catch up next. Oops. On Tuesday Eve. 8:05 PM again with the results of tonight's sales plus some new listings to look at. Shop it in there for anyone who tunes in later on and scrolls down the comments. So that's it. So that's it from me. Nighty night. Have a good week if I don't see you before the weekend. Don't forget next Sunday the Jolly in Yarmouth. Details will be on the website, and I'll send an email out to everybody as well as soon as the tickets are available to download. And we'll hopefully have a jolly day over there. So that's it. Nighty night.